You've been hunting for a network storage box that won't turn your office into a who needs site support nightmare. You want something reliable enough to hold a growing backup vault, easy enough that you can add a drive or two without calling a technician, and worth the money instead of just another line item on the budget spreadsheet. That's the exact spot where the Synology DiskStation DS1621 Plus sits, and if you're still on the fence about whether a 6-bay NAS is the right move for your small to medium business, keep listening. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. First off, the hesitation most of us feel isn't about specs on a sheet, it's about the day-to-day reality of running a server that's always on. You've probably imagined the hassle of installing drives, configuring RAID, and then wondering whether the machine will keep up when a handful of employees start pulling large video files or backing up their laptops nightly. The DS1621 Plus tries to smooth those bumps, but it also comes with a few trade-offs that matter once you actually plug it in. Who should consider this unit? If you're a creative studio, a marketing agency, or any team that needs a central place for massive media files, the DS1621 Plus makes sense. Its Ryzen V1500B quad-core processor, while not a gaming chip, is built for multitasking and can handle simultaneous backup jobs, iSCSI targets, and the occasional transcoding for Plex, as long as you keep the workload moderate. Pair that with 32 GB of DDR4 memory, and you have enough headroom to run Synology's DSM operating system smoothly, even when you enable multiple add-ons like Surveillance Station or Docker containers. Another group that will benefit is the IT manager who wants a turnkey backup appliance for a mix of Windows and macOS workstations. The OS includes Hyper Backup, which can mirror data to cloud services, and Snapshot Replication, which protects against ransomware by keeping point-in-time copies. Those features become handy the moment a user accidentally deletes a project folder or a ransomware prompt appears on a workstation. In those scenarios, the DS1621 Plus can restore files from a recent snapshot without you having to rebuild the entire backup set. Who should skip it? If you're a solo freelancer with a single laptop and a few external drives, the 6-bay chassis is overkill. You'll be paying for space you never fill, and the power draw will keep your electricity bill a little higher than a 2-bay unit. Likewise, if you need raw performance for heavy virtualization or massive concurrent video editing streams, the Ryzen V1500B's 2.2 GHz base clock might feel modest. For those high-intensity workloads, a higher-end NAS with an Intel Xeon CPU or even a dedicated server might be a better fit. Now let's talk about the practical strengths. The first thing that stood out to me during the unboxing was the sealed box design. Everything arrives packed tightly, which means the chassis, the drive trays, and the mounting screws are all protected against dents during shipping. When you open it, the metal front panel feels solid, and the access door slides open with a low-profile latch, no awkward clicks or wobble. Installing drives is straightforward. You pull the tray out, slide the disk in, and snap it back. The drive bays accept both 3.5-inch HDDs and 2.5-inch SSDs, so you can mix and match. For a typical small business setup, I'd start with 4 4TB HDDs for bulk storage and add the included 1TB M.2 SSD as a cache drive. That combination gives you fast read/write speeds for frequently accessed files while keeping the bulk data on cheaper magnetic drives. Another practical win is the DSM interface. Synology has spent years polishing that OS, and the web-based dashboard feels like a Windows admin panel rather than a cryptic Linux console. Setting up RAID is as simple as choosing SHR, Synology Hybrid RAID, and letting the system balance capacity and redundancy. I've seen users who aren't comfortable with RAID 5 or RAID 6 appreciate SHR because it can tolerate a single drive failure while still letting you add drives of different sizes later on. The OS also automatically updates firmware, which removes the headache of manually patching the machine every few months. In my test, the updates downloaded in the background and installed during a scheduled maintenance window without any service interruption. On the downside, the DS1621 Plus does have a hidden cost. The memory and drives aren't pre-installed. You'll need to buy the 32 GB of DDR4 SODIMMs separately and install them yourself. If you're not comfortable opening a chassis, that extra step can be a barrier. The memory installation is easy, just lift the cover, line up the modules, and press down, but it's an extra task that some buyers don't anticipate. Also, because the unit ships without any drives, you have to factor in the cost of disks into your total budget. With a 24 TB raw capacity, for 6 TB drives, for instance, you quickly approach the price range of a mid-range server, so the value proposition hinges on how much you actually need the extra bays. Another practical limitation is the network ports. The DS1621 Plus comes with two 1 GB ports that can be aggregated for